Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, FD465.tv, bringing you a review of another of Ethereum's Layer 2 scaling solutions. So, if you're new, you may be forgiven to think that the only Layer 2s are the ones that are popping up now, the ones that are popular now, like your Arbitrum, Optimism, and so forth. But there are plenty more that came before these latest ones, the new kids on the block. And today we are going to jump into one of those, and the one we're going to be jumping into today is Metis. Metis and Metis DAO are interchangeable in this context. So Metis DAO being the organization that governs the protocol and Metis being the actual protocol itself. So the information I'm going to share with you guys with regards to Metis is not financial advice. If you do require financial advice, I think by now you know what to do. Please approach someone who's trying to give you financial advice. The information I'm sharing with you today is adequate for educational as well as entertainment purposes only, nothing further. So without further ado, let's jump into what Metis is. Well, Metis is an Ethereum Layer 2 rollup platform that offers simple and fast smart contract deployment within the network with a mission to solve Ethereum speed issues, cost, and scalability. By integrating a decentralized autonomous company or DAC framework into its Layer 2 infrastructure, Metis support developers and entrepreneurs who want to build and launch new decentralized applications or those moving from Web 2 to Web 3. Some key features for Metis include Metis Solutions, which is an exclusive list of products to blockchain project app developers and everyone who is interested in obtaining modern solutions for Ethereum challenges. We also have Metis NFT Bridge, which provides everything users and developers need for connecting two different networks. Then there is Metis Oracles, which give Ethereum projects on-time data from the outside world to perform reliable action. We also have Metis Nodes, which allows security and reliability to come to the forefront. Blockchain nodes store a complete copy of the distributed network and play an important role in the blockchain's ecosystem. And finally, we have Metis Subgraph, which is an indexing protocol for collecting, processing, and storing data to be used in the blockchain network. The subgraph aims to facilitate information retrieval using a service called GraphQL. Let's look at some of the value propositions from Metis DAO. The first one is that Metis offers a modular framework allowing developers to build and customize their own decentralized apps using Metis infrastructure. The next one is down to Metis' optimistic rollups, where users are able to transact quickly and cheaply on the Ethereum blockchain. There is also the facilitation and transfer or exchange of omnichain fungible token addresses or OFT addresses. Omnichain fungible tokens enable a token to be sent across current and even future chains. There is no requirement for liquidity. Metis products include a wide range of Ethereum blockchain solutions from NFT Bridge and the testnet to the Graph and Metis Node all on one platform. So as part of our review for Metis DAO or just Metis, we are going to be applying our usual 13 elements, which are decentralization, security, scaling, interoperability, the project team, age of the project, social media presence via Twitter and via Discord, as well as the project is tokenomics. So let's jump straight into decentralization, where we know Metis is a Layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum, a reasonably decentralized leading smart contracts Layer 1 blockchain. Metis is governed by what is referred to as CEG or Community Ecosystem Governance, which empowers participants to vote and influence the direction of the protocol. Metis also runs a community verified projects or CVPs for the Metis community to vote and support the project they believe in. So you can see control of the protocol is actually decentralized to a certain extent within reason, of course. As far as security is concerned, Metis benefits from Ethereum scaling, but since it stores its data off-chain using optimistic rollups, it has to provide other methods to ensure transaction data remains secure. Among all rollup solutions, fraud-proofing is always part of the trade-off. Optimistic rollups usually come with a long fraud-proofing window to give participants enough time to validate the state roots. The long window makes withdrawals to Layer 1 much less efficient, and as part of Metis virtual machine, Metis aims to minimize the fraud-proofing window by decentralizing the rollup process and pushing down the state root validation, doing it off-chain and then bringing compressed transaction to the Layer 1 for validation at a later stage. Now on to scaling. Optimistic rollups, which batch multiple transactions into one transaction that is then processed on Ethereum, make transacting on the Metis protocol that much quicker. Metis' Layer 2 infrastructure uses Ethereum's security and decentralization to make transactions cheaper and faster. Metis stores most of its transaction data off-chain with only the minimum viable data stored on its Layer 1. This off-chain data is then placed in Memolab storage by the sequencer. When compared with the Layer 1 like Ethereum, storage on Memolabs is substantially cheaper. Now, as far as interoperability is concerned, Metis supports on-chain fungible tokens across several chains, including Binance Smart Chain, Polygon Network, Avalanche, Optimism, Arbitrum, among many others. Use of the Metis NFT bridge helps to connect different networks through the cryptocurrency ecosystem. With the help of Metis bridge, developers can wrap tokens and bridge between Layer 1 Ethereum mainnet and Layer 2 Andromeda, which is Metis' mainnet. Now, onto social media presence. Via Twitter, Metis boasts just over 151,000 followers, and on Discord, just over 12,900 Discord members. As far as the project team is concerned, according to the team's own website, there are approximately 17 team members. Onto use cases now. Ticker symbol Metis, METIS. Metis helps scale the Ethereum blockchain, thereby according users faster and cheaper transactions. The Metis NFT bridge offers a simple and quick method for wrapping and bridging NFTs between Ethereum networks. Metis Oracle gives the Ethereum project on-time data from the outside world to perform reliable computations or actions. Metis data indexers provide APIs and SDKs for raw and processed blockchain data on transactions, dApp-specific data, as well as additional off-chain data such as token prices on Metis chain. The Metis subgraph is an indexing protocol for collecting, processing, and storing data to be used in the blockchain network and aims to facilitate information retrieval using a service called GraphQL. So that's a loaded basket of some use cases, and again, I'll leave some links. This is by no means a conclusive list of Metis use cases. Please do your own research. Let's jump into tokenomics. Ticker symbol Metis, METIS. Total token supply 10 million. Circulating supply 45.6%. Token allocation advisors 2%. Community allocation 63%. Foundation 10%. Private sale 12%. The team 7%. And seed sale 7%. So according to our own evaluation, insider token allocation amounts to 37%. You may have a different view. This is our own view. That's why we always say do your own research. So as part of our review, if you know this process by now, we then have to rate the 13 elements we just looked at. And those 13 elements are as follows. You got decentralization, security, scaling, interoperability, the project team, social media presence via Twitter and via Discord, as well as the tokenomics. So without further ado, let's jump into the scores we've allocated to Metis DAO across the 13 elements that form part of our DIWA or our risk evaluation toolkit. So on decentralization, we gave Metis 5 points out of 10, on security 5 points out of 10, on scaling 7.5 points out of 10, interoperability 5 points out of 10, the project team 7.5 points out of 10, social media presence via Twitter 7.5 points out of 10, social media presence via Discord 5 points out of 10, and edge of the project 5 points out of 10, project use cases 7.5 points out of 10, total tokens issued at project launch 5 points out of 10, tokens in circulation at the time of recording 5 points out of 10, maximum tokens available at 10 million, even better than Bitcoin's maximum. It's 10 points out of 10 there. Insider token allocation 2.5 points out of 10. So do you guys agree with the scores we've allocated to Metis DAO? If you do disagree, let us know in the comment section. Whilst you're down there, guys, don't forget to click like and subscribe, as well as smash that notification bell. So those are the scores we've allocated to Metis DAO or Metis, which brings the aggregated score for Metis to 77.5 points out of 130, which puts Metis DAO within the could go to zero category. Do you guys agree that Metis DAO could one day go to zero? Mind you, even Bitcoin, being the dead of the space, under a certain set of circumstances, it could still go to zero. So Metis is no different. Having said that, most of the projects we've reviewed on this channel have come under that could go to zero category, which means Metis is in good company. As for me, do I hold Metis? Not really, but looking at the Ethereum Layer 2 scaling solution ecosystem out there, I think Metis DAO have got a role to play. And in terms of ROI, as far as I'm concerned at least, I think it's got plenty of scope for growth, which means higher returns on your investment. For me, for you, I don't know what you're going to do. This is not investment advice. Do your own research. What are you going to do? Let us know in the comment section. Until the next video, I'm your host, FD465.tv, signing out for now, guys. Bye now.